Someone asked me a while back what I think about Islam and how it morphed the Middle East and the areas around it. Now, you have to remember, around 600 AD, that region was the eye of the world. It was the most beautiful place. It was the most coveted region. It had the perfect Mediterranean weather. It's got beautiful, beautiful civilizations just shining and soaring. This is the same region that Alexander conquered. And you can take a look at Egypt with its pyramids and the Middle Ages of the Golden Age of Egypt, where you've got the best of the sciences and you've got the best architecture that rivals pretty much anybody. And you've got the Persian Empire on the side. That wasn't even the main focus. It wasn't even the focal point. It was a beautiful region. You can start your journey, and through the Silk Road, you can go through beautiful cities. You can go from Cairo to Damascus, and you've got Beirut, and then all the way to the Persian Empire. You've got hundreds of beautiful civilizations, cultures, different clothing. These are the stories that you hear from Arabian Nights or 1001 Nights. And what happened between 600 AD and 1000 AD was a disaster. He changed the whole region to some unbelievably horrifying cultural shakedown. From a flowering, beautiful region of the world, it became the darkest, most horrid of any other region. You can talk about the decline of the Western Roman Empire, but what happened in the East, the Eastern Roman Empire and the Persian Empire was more disastrous. So, from 600 AD, after the rise of Qassim, so-called prophet Muhammad, he started from the Arabian region, concentrated from Mecca and Medina. He never got out of it, but his descendants, followers of his cult, descended upon the civilized world and destroyed everything in their path. They started with Egypt, they conquered it, and they just kept on trucking, I guess. They just kept on moving. They went to the Jordan River, they conquered that region, then eventually they went all the way to the Persian Empire. So a vivid comparison of what happened to that region is, imagine if you've got 100 shiny golden coins. Imagine that, and now cover all of that with poop, and that's what you got, right? It's still there, those regions are there, but Islam basically is like you're spreading poop, covering everything with it, and they drink. It's just crap. You know what I mean? I think of it like every time you get Islam, you get violence, and everything changes. Your morality changes. You rot from within, and your society is just going to decay. Your morals, you're going to be morally bankrupt. You're going to be unable to distinguish between good and evil, and either you become a manipulated society, or you become the manipulator, you become the criminal. And Muhammad started as a gun for hire type, a thief, a criminal. He went and raided caravans and held people ransom, and that's how he spread his cult. And it was all centered around him, and he got away with murder pretty much, and he just went and took everything from everybody. And the Middle East, especially the Arabian desert, used to have all kinds of people. Used to have Jews and Christians and Sabaeans and all kinds of people. And look at it now. It has no culture. You've got women walking around in their burqas, and there's nothing there. And look at Egypt. It used to have all kinds of beautiful traditions. It had Copts in there, right? And these people were the original descendants of the people that built the pyramids. And then they got mixed with Greeks since Alexander the Great, and then Romans. You had Roman soldiers marrying Copts and settled in Egypt, and you've got all kinds of traditions. And then Islam came and just took over everything. And now look at it. You can't tell the difference between Egypt and Libya and Syria and Lebanon. They're all the same. That's because they're all covered in poop. That's why you can't tell the difference. When you look at the Middle East, you have to remember, you have to look at Africa, right? Not everything in Africa is the same. We've got so many diverse ethnicities and languages and cultures and dances. But if you go and look at the Middle East, it's all same bullshit, right? And the differences, the ethnicities, the colors that you see happened in spite of Islam. Islam tried to kill it. It tried to make everybody Arab because according to their Quran, Arabs are the best of mankind. So you gotta be like that. You gotta be with them. You gotta look like them. You gotta be named like them. You gotta eat what they eat. You can't even name someone in your own language or culture. You gotta name him Abdul or some bullshit. And if you look at Morocco with the Berbers, they're Arabized. Syria, it used to be filled with Assyrians, but not anymore. So that's what you get when you get with Islam. You get poop, and you gotta smell it, you gotta eat it, and you're gonna like it, or you die. So stay away from this horrible cult.